Okay, you can start.
I'm Naval, and I'm here to talk about the life cycle of a 3D printer. 3D printing is basically the evolution of the natural 2D printing, where it's used when a digital drawing or a project is converted into a three-dimensional physical object. This machine, in general, produces a lot amount of waste around the world each year. The main cause is because people don't know what to do with the necessary part of the product after the use of the product. In fact, most of the 3D printer become waste, and even though around 90% of the plastic used can be reused, only 80% is in landfills and only a few percentage is actually recycled. Probably the best way to understand how to improve the ecosystem of this machine is probably to start to recycle some of the key elements like an extruder, since it's made of thermoplastic, is highly recyclable. And also, trying to use a broken or used filament is quite difficult, but not impossible, as we are going to see in the following slides. So, the material that I use for reuse is 3D filament. Filament is a thermoplastic material that is used in 3D printers to print 3D objects. A way to reuse filaments is by re-shredding them. You can do in two steps. One of them is cutting or shredding the plastic into small pieces, and then you melt it and extrude them using a filament extruder. In the end, you will get eventually a new filament. Then for recycling, I choose as an extruder. Extruder is a part of the 3D printer that is responsible for pushing the filament, melting it, and placing it in the bed to build the model. It is made by thermoplastic, which is a material that is highly recyclable. But why? Because a thermoplastic can be easily reheated and remolded for new purpose. The polymers that is in thermoplastic is very strong and and it also have weaker bonds, so that will allow to reuse the product more than one time. Then we have print bed, that's also called build plate. It's basically the surface of a 3D printer. It is made by plastics such as PLA and ABS, so it's quite difficult to recycle it. That's why reducing it will be better, and it will eventually make the printer smaller. It will be good if you don't have like plenty of space in your room, and also the plastic use will be less. Then we have timing belt. I use this for energy recovery or disposal. It will synchronize the movement of the printer carriage and the print head, making sure that they will move together, producing accurate print. It is made by a class of polymer called polyurethane. It's quite difficult to recycle it, so it's used for energy recovery by just burn it and resulting in total consumption of the material. So, in conclusion, as you see, even a 3D printer can be very eco-sustainable. In fact, if you do some research, you will understand that almost all the machines that we have in this planet can be eco-friendly. That's why it's important to know how you can recycle, reuse, and reduce any material that you find in other machines.
So you finished.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for our presentation, and I will stop the recording.
Okay. Thank you.